you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, a crew looking to make a statement, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Bearcats will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch in a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Vic. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
Off the play fake. On the move to his left. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Bearcats offense has its first opportunity of the day. And guys, we talk about how tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on them, put a safety on them. Nowadays, these guys can win, and it just really makes offense so much easier to run, and it goes pretty smooth.
Yeah, you're right. This guy is a matchup nightmare. It seems like every week, defensive coordinators go in, and they don't respect his athleticism, and it ends up burning them. They're going to find out the...
He'll off one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has him across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Rossi. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Bearcats really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. Here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Never a doubt. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Grab near the marker. It's Vic. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Breaks into the open. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Offense in an empty set. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to take a shot on second and short. It's complete to the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
How about when they show off the big fella's mitts? This is a guy that does so much of the dirty work for your team, everything you need to win. You give him the ball, get a first down.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? This offense is racking up some yardage, but they've got to be able to finish the deal by scoring touchdowns. Scores on the sneak.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Let's take a minute and talk about Cincinnati. I'm sure you guys saw a great pickup in the backfield. 3-star running back gave a verbal last week. And getting good talent like this is really what programs at this level need to thrive on.
It's pivotal, Reese. And now you got a big commitment at the running back spot with those 3 stars, and now you start to build a class around him. Get everybody else excited. This is how you build a program.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Bearcats will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Going right to work up top. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Gets it out fast. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Motion from the wide out. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Salter.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Bearcats will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off play action. Rushes on him. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He had the speedster loose, and he just couldn't connect. Just a little too much juice on the pass.
Yeah, those ones that you got a guy wide open, a lot of times quarterbacks will tell you that those are the ones you kind of, like, I don't want to mess this up, and you either put way too little on it or, in this case, way too much on it and overthrow the speedster.
On third down, he drops the throw. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Takes it on the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Thanks to grab. Still running at the 40. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He's going to run it. He's got him this time. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Here comes the heat. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half.
QB strikes the ball to stop the clock.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the home of Bearcats football since 1902.
He'll put toe together and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to him on the ground. Shakes off the defender. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Trying to beat the D deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Bearcats line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Here's the return. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. And now the offense will come onto the field again. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Caught over the middle. It's Pearson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Pearson. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Picked off. What a play by this defense. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. They go to the ground. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The RPO, it's complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one they had to have a plan from one of the best receivers in the country, so they're double covering him. You can't do anything else, and still they can't prevent this guy from making the catch and getting the first down.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The Bearcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback keeps it. Took care of it himself. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And the Bearcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. He's trying to get it in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cincinnati! 2-point conversion attempt is coming. He's looking to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Hicks. He is denied, no good on the 2-point try, and the lead remains at 5. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Creates a little room. Past the 1st down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps. And man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And I've been there, fellas. This is no fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys at your lap. You've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just never feel like you can get in a rhythm because this pass rush is in your face all day.
They'll run play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Punt is on its way. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He'll start this drive firing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's caught. It's a touchdown. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Final play of the quarter coming. Unloads quickly. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball. And
the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you. A sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
And the Bearcats will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Slips through the line. He's going to get moved. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. from the gun, running back on the move. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Handoff to the lone back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The Bearcats headed quickly to the line.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pumps it downfield. Finds a man on the left. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. That's reeled in. It's Mims. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Here's the handoff. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Dropping back, it's Burr. Under fire. It's complete. Makes the grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Man, how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Bringing the heat. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. A designed run for the quarterback. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Lost the fire on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rossi. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The Bearcats moving quickly to the line. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense got it. The defense making the play to drive in the dagger with that fumble recovery, and they should be able to run out the clock.
Me and the homies can trade your outfits.
This offense has it with really good field position.
Here we go.
Leaves it with the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Gets it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on
They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a seat.
Was that a W, R, or T?
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense will get the first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're open.
It's a fumble on the play. Oh, and he gets it back. A fortunate turn of events. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quick release by the QB. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. The Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively?
It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, that's kind of a kick to the gut because you think, oh, how can I get this game started conservatively, not turn the ball over, get the positive momentum, get that first hit out, and the first carry, your running back sticks it on the floor, defense recovers. That is not the start you drew up.
They'll give it to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Vick. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open.
And he'll break the plane for a touchdown.
Here's an old-school play you don't see very often anymore. Who's to say that fullbacks are dinosaurs today in college football? They turn around, they hand it off to the big fella, and he pays it off with a touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does it.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
And the Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Flips it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Hey, man, offensively, you just got to know when the play is over, and you got to live to play the next down. That was not a good decision there by the ball carrier. He had a chance to just go down when that play was over. Instead, he tries to do something too...
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Great place to start for this offense. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Back to throw. It's Green. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Quick handoff. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That's a 3rd down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So 3rd down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those 2 guys able to link up.
Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. He's got it inside the 25. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be a...
There he goes. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quick strike complete. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT.
Trying to take it back. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. He'll keep it on the sneak. Sneaks it in.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The lone back's got it. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Off play action on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Bunch formation for these receivers. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Complete to the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there because the QB got it to his guy early. He was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
Give to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Vick. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Sends it back in motion. He wants to throw it again. Here's the pressure. Brings it inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's in for the touchdown.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 4 over UTSA. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Grabbed behind the line. It's Gore. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
And the Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Turning it on! They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Working on the right. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Give to the single back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Green. It's complete on the right side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. That's what
Throws toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault, precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. The inside handoff. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. They'll try to snap it quickly. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the 1st down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Making side adjustments here. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Pearson. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Trying to convert this 2nd and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Pearson. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Trying to barrel in. Gets it in there for the touchdown.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The running back has it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Red Raiders will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot the...
Breaks into the open. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Vic.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
To the ground with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Working that left side. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He'll be brought down at the 12-yard line. Not enough for the first down, and let's see if they try to convert on 4th. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run in the red zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on 2nd and goal.
Boys, you got this. Points on the board.
Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. He bangs his way in for the score.
You got to be so disciplined when you play the option. You got to keep your eyes on your guy. They lost track of the pitch man. The quarterback pitches it to him. He takes it in the house. Got to be a little sound on defense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Virginia Tech is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off.
He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 14, and that's the way you find some room to operate. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
He's got an open man. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. And the Red Raiders want to move quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wants to throw. It's Green. Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. First play of the drive comes from the 41. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working now.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. At the 45 on his way. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Gonna let it fly. Grabs it inside the 10.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Might be calling a hot route. With the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. And you saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you're running back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Military stunt.
Power ahead. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you.
Was the WIOT?
Rally to the football, gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Back to pass. It's Green. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball, so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage.
And listen, quarterbacks run more nowadays, and we see more of it, but they do have a tendency, because they are a quarterback, to cough it up a little bit. But how about the man? He said, I got this, and jumps back on it, make sure he covers that thing up so he didn't make a bad play for his offense.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Now on the move. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He leaves it with his back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Green. He lofts one down the sideline. Snatches it on the right. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. There he goes. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
He'll do it himself. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. As we're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now, that is a staple of the sport.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. They'll leave it with him. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Red Raiders line it up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Looking to throw, it's Green. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Memphis is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up 14 over UTSA. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. Finds his man, it's Meyer. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Field gets a little tighter here in the red zone. They're going get back to him on first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Burr. Right on the money. And they are in for the score here late in the fourth quarter.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Got his man down the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They make the stop, but how about the shot this sophomore quarterback took as he delivered the ball? And the Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now the play fake. He'll get rid of it. On target over the middle. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. To the air, it's Green. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play.
Texas Tech.
Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down.